Welcome to my channel. My name is Marlies and today we are going to create these two square boxes in a feminine style and in a masculine style. My base are the two square boxes from Tim Holtz and some of his backdrops. On the left a little bit more feminine with flowers and on the right a little bit more blue for the male. I have cut 4 strips that will go on the sides of the boxes, but first I want them to be a little bit more rough. I will roughen up all the edges with my Tim Holtz paper distresser. Just move the distresser in an up and downwards movement. Then it is time to ink up all my pieces. I am using the Archival Ink Coffee color. As soon as my papers are ready, I will glue them down with the Distress Collage medium. I will put quite a layer on top of the wood and then pick up the strip of paper, push it into the wet glue and then press a little and swipe from top to bottom to get the air bubbles out that will be underneath. I will do this on all 4 sides. For the male portrait, I will do exactly the same thing, only in different kind and types of paper. And here is a close-up so you can see the end result. My next step will be a collage on the bottom of the structure. So I have cut out the right size of paper for that middle section and I'm going to ink up all my edges. The edges are already a little bit rough because I have torn the paper. So right now I will glue the piece down. Put a nice coat of glue on top of there and also include all the edges because later on I will put on some tape, some trim on top of there. Make sure the middle piece sticks firmly and make sure that all air bubbles are out before gluing down this tape. And you can see I have put it on all the edges. I will repeat those steps again on the male portrait, so a nice even coat of glue, including all the edges for the tape. I have chosen a different kind of paper. It is in the same color scheme, so it will match with the feminine box, and a different kind of tape, but also in a black and white color. For the collages that will go on top, I have chosen some pieces of ephemera, a label, a collage tile, pieces of snippets, some leftover pieces of my backdrops, and I want my papers to be rough. So I'm using the paper distresser and also my fingers to crumple my papers. And to add some femininity to this project, I have chosen pink paper to add to the collage. My little piece of backdrop and my piece of pink paper are glued together, but on top I want some more layers. So this longer, smaller piece of ephemera, a ruler piece, is perfect for on top. And it is also nice, you can see, to put a little snippet in between those layers to create extra dimension. My little stack of papers will be glued on top of the female portrait. And now I have time and room to add more layers. So here comes in like snippets and little pieces of ephemera that will go in between those layers or behind the woman. Details are always very important to me, and here in the close-up you can see what I mean. Time to do some stitching, a running stitch or maybe a zigzag stitch on some of the sides. Always fun to also use a label quote. So in my heart I chose this one because this project for me was about a love story between the man and the woman. And now it is time to add even more layers, snippets or little pieces of ephemera, because this project is not that big. So you have to think and search for smaller pieces. My go-to is always the same, just inking up my papers, and if I want to roughen them up, I will do that with my paper distresser. Also, a nice material and detail to add is a piece of design tape. I think it blends in very well in the background, and you just need a couple of small pieces. When you are happy with your background, the pieces of collage tile, snippets and tape, it is time to glue down the cluster with the female portrait. The Oxide spray walnut stain, that is what I'm going to use to make this project a little bit more worn and old. So I will pick up the ink right away out of the bottle with the nozzle, and I will drag the tip of the nozzle alongside the papers. And what you will see me do also in a moment is to splatter. But yeah, keep in mind when you do that, to make sure the portrait is a little bit safe, because I do not want like a big blob in the middle of her face. To keep it all matching, do not forget to do the same thing on all sides of the box. Now let's go to the male portrait. I'm going to repeat all the steps again, except for the colors. The colors are different and a little bit of different pieces of ephemera and material. So my base is still the male portrait. And on top of that, I'm going to add the strips of torn papers. And of course, I'm going to repeat the same things, like roughening it up and inking up all my papers with the Archival Ink Coffee color. So this piece of the video I will give you without my voice, just a little bit of music, because it's all about adding your layers and snippets and pieces of ephemera. And when you like some stitching, do not forget, just do a running stitch along the sides of some pieces of ephemera or a zigzag stitch in the bottom corner. And here we have a close-up of how the collage turned out and the beautiful staining. Last but not least, I also have to do the staining on all the sides to give it a cohesive and matching look. That also means that this video is almost done. When you got some inspiration out of it and found some new techniques or ideas, please like, subscribe or comment down below. And when you would like to make this project yourself, that is possible. I will put all the links to all the supplies in my description box below. And besides that, I will also put up the links for my TikTok, my Instagram and Facebook, so you can follow me and my creative adventures. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye!